Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to learn how to manage our approved and our block list for our ACH files in Positive Pay. Now from the dashboard of Positive Pay, the very first homepage, all we need to do is go to that change module option and select which ACH Positive Pay we want to do. Now this will be credits and this one will be debits. Let's go ahead and manage our debit list. Now from here all we need to do is hit the manage option and we can go directly to our approved and our block list. Let's go through here. Then we are going to see items that we currently already have on our approved list. It's going to tell us the company ID that we have listed, the company name, and if we included a max amount. You don't have to include the company name, max amount, or frequency. All you need is going to be the ACH company ID and the date you want it to be applied to the approved list. Now we can go ahead and hit create. Let's go ahead and enter the company ID they gave us. We can enter the company name. Let's go James Trucking. Now there is a character limit, so it's not going to let us enter the full name. That is fine. It's not going to fully compare against to it. Now we can also enter the max amount. If, say, like, you don't want them pulling more than $1,000 from the account, you can go ahead and add that restriction. Or you can leave it blank so there will be no max amount. So as long as this company ACH file comes in with this company ID, it will process through without an exception. Same thing here, we can do enter a frequency of how often we want to allow this item to go through. If we just want it to go through without concerning anything, we can do no frequency. And the very last thing we can do is add an end date. So say like that you want them to pay invoices up until May, we can go ahead and enter the 1st of May there if we wanted. For training purposes, we are not. And the last thing you'll need to do is add the account this ACH file is approved for. ACH company, you can go ahead and do that. Once you are done with that, you can go ahead and hit the save button. Then as we're going to see, we now have this ACH company here. Now you can always edit these, so let's go ahead and edit John Doe Trucking. Let's say John Doe Trucking, we had a cap at $5,000. We no longer want to enforce that cap, and we had the frequency as weekly. We can go ahead and delete that out. No frequency. And once all that information changed that we wanted to change, we can go ahead and hit save right here. Then we are good. Then if we ever want to delete it, comes to like, oh, they're not approved to do this anymore, you can do the select option and hit delete selected. Now, it's going to be very similar for the block list. We can block companies from pulling our account if we no longer do business with them and they're still trying to pull funds. We can go ahead and enter the company ID, the company name if you want, so 1234 LLC. Then we can apply a start date or end date. For this, you don't have to do a frequency or an amount limit. It's just going to block that company ID from coming through if it tries to. Then you need to add the account and hit save. Then if we ever want to delete this, you would just do the same thing as you would on the approved list. You would select it and you would delete the selected. Now, to do ACH credits, manage your approved and block list, it is going to be the exact same thing. You are going to go to that approved list. You are going to create a new ACH company from approving, or you are going to go to the block list and create a new block list. Now, with the approved and block list, if you do have items coming through that are exceptions, you can always go into your exceptions, and you can go into that item, and you can directly add them as an approved company in or a block company. And when you do this, it's going to fill all the information for you. It will pull over the amount of the file as the max amount. If you don't want that to be there, you can delete that and say this company is approved to conduct ACH transactions with us. Then once you are done, you can hit save. And now if we go back to our ACH Positive Pay, which we are currently in, we would just need to go to the approved list. Then we are going to see that company right here as a part of the approved list. All right, that is all we have on the approved and block list for ACH Positive Pay. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you.